Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Canadian Retro. I've got a YouTube shout out basically going here for an up and coming YouTuber, someone who I've been following since they began their channel. Actually, they began their channel because in one of my conversations with them, I said, hey, you should start uploading videos of your pickups and stuff like that, and I think that was the thing that kind of decided it for them or helped to push them toward making videos. And this YouTuber's name is Zacharry Domagas. He's he's a young guy, but out there trying to find the deals and things like that, just like I like to do. Really good kid though, and he's having a subscriber contest. So this is how his contest works essentially. What you need to do is subscribe to his channel, and you have to subscribe before a certain date. Of course, I'll put a link to his contest video because I can't remember the date off the top of my head. But subscribe to his channel by a certain date, and then you're eligible to be in the contest. And then what you have to do is also make a video answering his questions. So I'm going to also answer his questions as well in this video, as well as plug his channel, because I think he really deserves to get a lot more subscribers than he has. He's been on for a little bit. Maybe up to 8 videos, things like that, but at the same time, only up to around 12 subscribers, so probably deserves a lot more than that. So let's get started though. For his contest, he wanted to know which retro video game console is my favorite growing up, and also my favorite retro video game. And obviously the same question for you guys. I'm phrasing it for myself, but that's the same question for everyone. So my favorite retro video game console is a toss-up between 2 systems. One of them's not technically a console, it's a computer, but the first one I would say is the Commodore 64. My second choice there would be the NES. I'm going to pick the NES because he did say console, but I do want to take a moment to talk about the Commodore 64. I used to play that Commodore 64. It was actually my brother's. I got a VIC-20, my brother got a Commodore 64, and my dad bought it up and gave it to my brother for Christmas. Because my brother's older, he gets the nicer thing, which is the Commodore 64. I got the VIC-20, which I was more than happy with back in the day, but we spent more time on the Commodore 64 just due to the the more capable graphics and things like that. That being said, that system there no longer exists. It actually got flooded in my father's basement, which is a real bummer because its rightful place would have been down here in the retro dungeon. Moving on, I'll get onto the NES because that's really the reason why, with my real answer to this question. So my favorite console is definitely the NES. When I was a kid, we had tons of games for it. We rented tons of games for it as well. All our games we got used and things like that. So we were able to amass quite a few games that way. But one of the games that I really enjoyed the most, I think of all the games, the one that I put the most amount of time in, and I played the Mega Mans, I played all the Mario games, I played Zelda, I just played a lot of them, Battletoads. I had Micro Machines, all those, and Micro Machines is one of my favorites, but I think my absolute favorite would have to be Super Mario Brothers 2. I just loved that game so much. It was so different than the previous Mario game, and I did like the first Mario game. I mean, it was one of my favorite games up until I saw Mario 2. Even when I played Mario 3, and I really played Mario 3 as well, I still liked Mario 2 more. One of the games for the NES that I actually beat, now you have to understand, nowadays, people beat games all the time, but when I was a kid, you didn't really have the advantage of finding out how to do certain things online or watching gameplay videos and all this kind of stuff. You had to figure it out for yourself, and that's one of the games that I figured out for myself from start to finish. And what a sense of accomplishment to beat a game when you had to do it basically on your own. But loved that game, no doubt. So that was my favorite console, my favorite video game. And moving on though, He also wants to know what your current generation ones now. I don't have a current generation console anymore. Probably my newest, or whatever you like to call it, would be the 360. I mean, I have a Wii, I have a 360, and I have a PS3, but I don't have like PS4, Xbox One, or Wii U yet. Just not that interested at this point. But I'd say that my favorite of those three would have to be the PS3, even though I didn't play it as much. I just was always more impressed with it. My Xbox 360 just ended up getting more play. I had more access to games and stuff like that on it, so I ended up playing that a lot more. But now that I'm finding more PS3 games out there, I'm really enjoying the PS3 as well. And I've been buying, when I'm buying games now, I'm buying them for the PS3 rather than the Xbox 360. So, without going too much in depth about that, that's really my favorite current console that I have. Now, moving on to my favorite game for that console, and it's for every console though, so it really doesn't matter which one it's for. But Skylanders, obviously, for me, because I'm a collector of Skylanders. I really enjoyed the game. I wish there was something like that when I was a kid, because I would have gone absolutely ballistic. And although I pretty much have gone ballistic, it's not the same kind of way that a kid goes nuts over something. But really enjoy that game. It was really something unique when it came out. I was always really intrigued by the figurines and stuff like that, and it's sort of bringing your toys to life kind of thing. And I just love the concept of it. I love collecting for it. I like the detail on the figures. I like the variety in the gameplay, as far as like different characters having different abilities and things like that. So those are my answers for his contest. Hopefully you stuck through and paid attention to all of that. Sorry I rambled on a little bit, but I get really excited about this kind of topic because I love all that old stuff. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, make sure that you do, because you can get entered into his contest as well. I answer these questions, to do that, and it doesn't take a whole lot to really go through all of his videos, because there's only a few posted there as well. But it's nice to get in on the ground floor. You should really go check out his channel, because you get there and then you can watch his channel grow over time, which is really fun to do if you're a YouTuber and you're interested in how the community grows and things like that as far as this retro stuff goes. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.